Jubilee coalition members embarked on intensive lobbying ahead of Kaimenyi's ouster debate as Majority Leader Aden Duale strategized on how to defeat the motion in its first stage. It was here that the deal to save Kaimenyi was sealed, although members complained bitterly about his conduct.
I will sober up on that, Madam Speaker. You know,
at the floor of the House, the sponsor of the motion made fruitless efforts to convince members that the CS is unfit to hold office.
This House will not tolerate, will not stand any cabinet secretary or government official that brings a cavalier and caring attitude to public service. Let us vote with our conscious, honorable colleagues, and send this Kaimenyi to the cooler.
There is weak leadership being provided by Kaimenyi to the education sector. This weak leadership has been demonstrated, Mr. Speaker. 3/4 almost of the Education Committee has signed this petition.
Sidhani kama ataweza majukumu ya elimu vile ilivyo hivi sasa.
But Kaimenyi sympathizers put up a spirited fight against the motion, claiming some forces were using parliament to settle their scores with Kaimenyi.
In this country, nobody is as arrogant as we are. Nobody is as arrogant in this country as members of parliament are. So I'm surprised that people so arrogant are now judging other arrogant people. Arrogance is not a ground for removal.
Professor Kaimenyi is actually and can be said to be arrogant, but I think we need to give him a chance. I know he's a man that is capable of doing things.
Ningechukua nafasi hii kuwaomba wenzangu, kuwanyenyekea. Tafadhali nawaomba mwalimu wangu mpatieni nafasi aweze kufanya kazi.
The mobilization at the Jubilee Kamukunji appears to have worked. It denied Geoffrey Odanga a crucial vote, only managing 89 out of the requisite 117.
Many of them were also advised to skip the sitting so as to enable that technical failure that has been seen.
Although those who opposed the motion were only 50, the motion failed on that technicality of failing to attract 117 votes.
The motion fails for not raising the 117 members required to move to the next stage.
Had the motion passed, then the House would constitute a select committee to investigate the grounds given and decide whether they meet the threshold of proposing the dismissal of the CS. A simple majority of MPs will then have to vote in order to pass the Select Committee's report if it recommends the removal of the Cabinet Secretary, which will need a minimum of 176 MPs. Serious lobbying by the Jubilee coalition, led by the leader of Majority Aden Duale, finally hands Jacob Kaimenyi a lifeline at the helm of the Education Ministry. But the pro-government MPs have also warned that the Cabinet Secretary must work on some personal shortcomings that affect his work at the ministry. Kendagor Obadia for Citizen Business Center, Parliament Buildings, Nairobi.